The following game has been rated E10+, which is short for everyone aged 10 and up by the ESRB for fantasy violence, and online interactions are not rated by the ESRB. So basically fantasy violence. That means anyone under the age of 10 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are returning back to Minecraft. No, as I said before, we craft more than just mines in this game. Well, have you seen the fact that I'm currently in the middle of building a city in the sky above the clouds? I call it Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. Not all things are named with an alliterative and showy name. Some things are just named exactly as they are. We good now? That seems fair. So the premise of Minecraft, as me and my co-hosts just discussed, is, for all intents and purposes, you set up shop in some place in a world made entirely out of cubes. You then, depending upon the setting that you have the game set up to, harvest said blocks and use that to build pretty much whatever your heart desires. I mean, I've seen pictures of people build massive, wondrous things in this game. I'm not going to do that because I don't have that level skill, but I am in the process of building something that I like having around, so I'm going to keep building it. And without anything more to add, this game is of course made by Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Right, so here we are at the quarry, which is the place that I've been harvesting stone to build that massive square slab in the sky, which will eventually become the city of Nimbus, city above the clouds. Not the bamboo in front, that's just in the foreground. I'm talking about the stone right there. For some reason couldn't remember the term. Anyway, and night falls. So we have to quickly dive back into the squirrel hut. This is the squirrel hut. It is basically a hole in the ground with a bed, which is really all I needed to do. So there's that. Alright, and now it's daylight again. So there isn't much to the quarry. It's just basically, as I said, this, well, wood-covered pit that I've been digging out to get stone to build Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. and it's just basically, well, this. I basically expand out to the outer wall, and I pre-placed torches back there so I know how far to go. Apparently there is a trader that got trapped down here for some strange reason. I didn't have a say in his involvement, so I guess he's stuck here, because this is the only way in or out, and I'm not building any extra stairs. Now, last episode, just out of curiosity, I did dig all the way down this way just to see what's here. We found this small cave area, and go further down, this massive river of lava, which may actually extend back this way. Because there's some more there, and it may, or at least used to, may have connected, because I've seen that happen. So if we go all the way back up, this may take a quick minute or three. Isn't until I get something more of a permanent base, I just basically leave everything just lying out or whatever. Don't really have to worry about people messing with my stuff, because I only play this in single player, so that means no other people. Unless they've been hacking in without my knowledge. One of these days I am actually going to organize all this stuff, so I know where everything is, and did not plan on putting that there. But for now, no, I haven't just gotten around to it. I should point out that, as always, I keep meaning to play more of this game, and, well, in between episodes, and much like always, I keep not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 full stacks of stone. This is probably what we are going to need, because I finished, I guess you could argue, the first stage of construction with Nimbus City Above the Clouds last episode. So if we just run all the way back over here real quick. Imagine just climbing this ladder in real life. Well, it probably wouldn't be worth it, but you never know. Anyway, so this is the, what I've been calling the slab. It's basically the bottom of Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. And yes, I'm well aware that the bottom layer of stone actually cuts into the clouds. It's easier to see as the clouds are cutting through it. But that's there, and I do consider it still above the clouds, even though the bottom half of the bottom level is technically in the clouds. And this thing obsidian is the keystone, so if and when I somehow manage to get the rest of this thing blown up, unless somebody has a diamond pickaxe, I can just basically walk up to the keystone and I'll just rebuild. Whee! Also, I'm building over water just simply because of that reason, in case I fall off. Plus, it's easier to get down just by jumping. So in addition to stone, I do have a couple tree farms set up. I do also have some sweet berries, which is something I guess you could argue new, at least when I start playing it. I didn't know that they were in existence. Also didn't know that there were foxes in existence, but they do, or at least used to live in this biome. I may have clear-cut a large chunk of the spruce trees to fuel my mad empire. So there's that. I do have some spruce growing here. The oak trees, if and when they ever decide to finish fully growing, it's been my experience that I should be able to get more saplings fully grown than that. All right there. I do have one dark oak tree, just simply because I couldn't find that many saplings. Few acacia trees. I do have a few birch saplings, but I don't have any planted, so no real birch. And then a small patch of jungle trees, which I'm hoping would grow into a big jungle tree, but they haven't actually gotten around to it yet. So I'm thinking about moving them. Big question that I haven't quite figured out yet is where. I also have this bamboo, which I should probably harvest to build something with, mostly for scaffolding. It's another thing that I've never used before, but I want to see if it can help me with the Nimbus's construction. However, I do want to put in another pile of cobblestone into the furnaces to cook, just so that way I have extra building materials. And I know I had 7 and just shy of 3/4 stacks, so I'm going to need of cobblestone, I believe. So I'm going to need 23. I had 47 in that extra stack. And the stacks go as high as 64. 17. Yeah, I'll need 17 extra things of cobblestone. My shovel broke, but I have spares, so I'm good there. Excuse me real quick. And how I work the quarry is that I just basically dig around the outer edge. Well, I start in the middle and just dig out. And when I'm done one layer, I put in another layer of torches underneath where the floor is supposed to be. Dig out the floor, replace it with wood, in this case spruce. Just simply because that's what I have growing around my area. Alright, that should be enough cobblestone. And then once all that's done, I just move on to the next layer, which would technically be right here. I should also fill these window spaces with glass, but I just haven't gotten around to it on account of I'm probably going to need a massive pile of glass anyway, and the closest desert's about 2 biomes in that direction. Alright, so while that's cooking, I'm just gonna go do I'm just going to go do a whole bunch of other stuff. And one thing I forgot is the one thing of lava I had in a bucket I used to make the keystone for Nimbus City above the clouds. And yes, I will say the full name every time unless I make a mistake. Not certain if I said that before, but anyway, I need to get more lava, just simply because what I have plans for one of the next stages does require a small bit of lava. Don't need much, and I'm going to reuse what I do have, but I do need 1 square of lava, so that's what that's for. Luckily, I found this nice lake of lava. Even when I ever need to build anything massive out of obsidian, that's right where I'm going to go. Or, I just want to clear it out just to see what's beneath it, because directly beneath us, or at least beneath where this ladder is even more lava. And I was not paying attention. I ended up on the upper floors, which is, well, I would say unfinished, but it's more of not started yet. This floor, the floor just beneath it, is unfinished. Mostly because I haven't gotten to the walls yet. Which you could say that this area is unfinished too, because, again, I haven't finished the wall. Now that I have that, I also want to harvest my bamboo. Because I desire scaffolding. We'll see if it's going to be a better form of temporary construction as opposed to using dirt. And I know... Oh, nighttime already. My other time flies. As I was saying, I want to see if the scaffolding works better for certain types of to helping me build Nimbus City above the clouds as opposed to the dirt. But in order to do that, I must harvest the bamboo, because I don't think you can build scaffolding outside of, well, without bamboo. But now, today, well, tomorrow's now today, and okay, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to need string, which only comes from spiders, which I don't have very much of. I say that when I have 14 things of string. which I also need to build bows and fishing hooks. Need 3 for the bow, 2 for the fishing rod, so I'm going to need, can use 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was having to have more string just lying around. Guess there's another way to make string, but as far as I know, there isn't. Alright, so this is the scaffolding. Okay, so I thought that it would be a case that I would just simply fall down, much like stone and gravel, not sand and gravel. But apparently I can stand on top of it. Tray is up. And go down. I guess by crouching. Okay. And so I could find some use for it. And the bamboo is regrowing, so I can always get more as long as I find more string. I honestly thought I just required bamboo and it'd be good, but apparently not, so. Still, could be useful. Dump the spare bamboo down there. Alright, also going to need to find a place for jungle trees. Since they don't want to seem to grow right in this area. So what I got attacked by, but I think it was the sweet berries. Apparently, they sometimes do harm as you walk through them. Let's try right over here. Add some torches so that way they have light. Go nice and big and hopefully tall. Alright, did not mean to do that. Meant to harvest the sweet berries. And this is going to be problematic. On the plus side, they can be eaten for food, so I technically do have a means of... Did I plant this here? Weird. Anyway, as I was saying, I do technically have a food source, so yay. I don't have a dedicated farm yet. I'll get to that when I get done building most of Nimbus. So right now I've just been basically subsisting off of whatever random stuff I just happen to come across, mainly just chickens and cows and sheep. I thought I filled that up, so I'll waste go for that. I do have some spare stone from the last, well, stone brick from the last haul, so I don't technically need to wait for the cobblestone to finish cooking. I'm also going to need some dirt for something else I have planned. Yes, this video is probably just going to be me running back and forth between Nimbus, City Above the Clouds, and the quarry. Or New Quarry, as I've been known to call the quarry in other files. Yeah, I know, original name. Anyway, I plan on having grass up on Nimbus, City Above the Clouds, and since you can't really mine grass, at least not without a specially enchanted tool, and since enchantments are random, I can't guarantee I'll actually get said tool. The only other option is to basically get the dirt up there by having it grow up there, and I do that by connecting a dirt block with some grass. The grass should technically eventually grow to here, and then spread to here, and then spread to here, and then spread to here. And in the past, I had like this long staircase-like thing going on where it would just spread up the stairs and then eventually hit where I needed to go. But because of the height and the fact that that would be a massive construction project going that way or that way or that way or that way, what I'm going to try to do is just basically build it like a tower. So I'm going to have a spare block between each, and hopefully it'll still count as connected via grass. So once the grass gets to here, it'll hopefully spread to here, and then to here, and then to, well, right above it. That didn't work out, so I guess I'm using the scaffolding anyway. Wow. I didn't think I was building that far in front of me. And even then, it's still not enough, although should be close enough for my purposes. Alright, I've never used scaffolding before, well, just now, so it's going to take some getting used to. Usually I just do what I've done with how to get up to Nimbus before, just basically build a dirt tower, attach a ladder to one side, so that way I don't have to keep building more dirt to climb up it, and then just simply going laterally to wherever I want or need it to go. I mean, I guess I could have done it this way just to begin with, but I wanted to see how the scaffolding would work, so there's that. Alright, and we're right at the bottom of this, so if my plan works the way I think it should, grass would just basically grow until it gets to the very top of the dirt tower, and then it should spread right along the edge. And that's probably eating into the usages of the shovel. So, since it's now dark out, or at least getting that way, What I should probably do is just leap off. Hope I don't actually hit the ground. Hope nothing spawns between me and the squirrel hut. And I can close it off before anything falls down with me. Specifically, anything falls down that's, explosive. Because this is my respawn point. So if that bed goes, I'm in trouble. Alright, who spawned? Anyone? No one? Oh look, more string. Possible. He's on fire. That's a creeper up there. Alright, no new string, but, oh well. I do hear another spider. Don't know. That was an Enderman. I don't know if he saw that I saw him. But, they get testy when you look at them in the eyes, so... jump clean into the water, because apparently they dislike water. Oh look, some clay. I do like the making stuff out of bricks, but clay can be hard to find, so I don't often make things out of it. Or, to be more accurate, what I do build out of it is usually small compared to several other things. Oh, I wonder if I break this one. Alright, so I don't have to climb all the way up just to take them apart one at a time. That could be useful. Oh, that could have been problematic. But see, this is what I mean. The grass is growing onto these blocks, so... Alright, that did not sound friendly, and I've got 2 bubbles of O2 left. Alright, so I started at 54 units of scaffolding, and I now have 46. So I am missing 8 units of scaffolding. Which probably normally wouldn't bother me as much as it does, but it does bother me about it, so... Thinking... Yeah, they fell on these blocks, okay. Alright, now I have 54 units of scaffolding. So, there's that. And I fall off. Wasn't actually intentional this time, but I did realize that I'm missing something. It's noon already. Why do I feel like they shortened the days? Just when back in old Minecraft, it was 22 minutes of day, 22 minutes of night. Although, the day-night cycle was just a full 22 minutes total. On the plus side, all this stone is done, so... Just grab all of this. put some dirt away to make room. The sweet berries. And we turn all the stone into stone brick because I find it a much better material to work with. Also, turn a couple of these stone bricks into stairs. Because design element that I plan on putting on Nimbus City Above the Clouds requires stairs. And no, it's not to get up and down on. I have a different thing I plan on building for that. Clouds are thinner now, and let's not try to fall off this time. Alright, so if I can just borrow a chunk of the slab real quick. Just put some stone bricks down here just for fun. And what I plan on doing, which I will actually be putting right here on the side, is the stairs upside down to form a type of level feature. So basically, it'll look like that. And I thought for a second I had to put it on the lower half of the block, but it's actually the top half. And it won't be alternating like you see right here. It's going to look more like this, just rung all the way around. So it's basically, if I can get it angled correctly, which, no, this one isn't. Okay, good. Second, I thought I'd have to jump down after it. No, get it looking like that. And my original thought was to basically have a stone brick here, and then, well, basically a stone brick here, and then, just another layer of it, so as it goes out to the upper half of Nimbus, it'll slope outwards. But in planning and thinking about it, one thought I had was basically, rather than having just this wall and just empty space, I put another stairs in here, and then angle it out this way, so that way I still get the sloping effect on the outside, and I have some arguably usable space on the inside that I would then have to light. Now, what I don't know is if I do it this way, are the stairs angled correctly? Well, they kind of are. The last one wasn't. Yeah, so it's not a case I have to be farther away, I have to be closer. It's what, this one? I'll go diving for that one. And this one, I believe. Can't really see past that. Oh yeah, the others look fine. So down we go, because I don't really like wasting resources. Of course, now I gotta go find them underwater, which means that they're probably arguably lost. Or I grabbed them and I didn't realize it. course, now I'm hearing the drowned, and it's getting to nighttime again. Of course, I'm not seeing them, so I either missed them or they despawned. Of course, now I gotta get to the surface before the character dies. Of course, it doesn't help that because of the slab, it's perpetually dark under here, and I think that was actually the block I was looking for. Yeah, there they are. Got them. Eventually. Alright, so I think the grass is spreading. I don't think it was at that square yesterday. Because it is 1 square long, wide. It will take quite a while. I mean, I've seen grass grow relatively quickly based off of surface area. So the fact that it's only 1 block wide, whereas across however many across, that does cause the grass to slow down in terms of how quickly it respawns. Alright, and since there's no block to attach it other than these stairs, I put one here and then here, which is oriented wrong to begin with. And this should technically make a corner stair. Put it like that. So if I put dirt out here to look at it, and this is probably angled wrong. Now it looks like that. Hard to see based on the angle that I'm at, but fairly certain it looks the way I want it to look. And since I don't really like wasting blocks like that, I am diving after this one lone thing of dirt, which I may or may not have actually grabbed. No, I didn't. There it is. Come on, down you go. There we are. Let's get back up before we drown. And get back to what passes for dry land and proceed on. I should point out, while I have been playing Minecraft for quite some time and have built a variety of things multiple times, Nimbus City Above the Clouds is not one of them. I mean, pretty much every file I've built some version of the quarry, but this is the first time I've ever actually done something like Nimbus. So, while I am familiar with certain methods of construction that I employ, some things like the staircases, as I fall off again, I'm going to have to do something to rectify that. It looks like one of the stairs is incorrect. It would be nice if I could just simply up and fly. It would make things easier in terms of construction up in the middle of the sky, but I'm not playing in creative, so no flying for me. I think something actually made a corner. Which my original plan was just to put dirt out this way, so that way I can stand on the dirt and place the stairs better. But I figured since the dirt's just temporary anyway, I'm going to take it apart, and any dirt that I take apart will probably fall into the water, which means that they're going to have to go diving after it. So if I can avoid it, I would like to. Looks like this is the problem one. And down it goes. Alright, we good now so far? Alright, that looks good. Off we go. There we are. And now that we've gotten down, we need to go back up. And one of my few remaining chickens. And back up we go. I figured as much. Yeah, that would happen too. Alright, where'd that staircase go? Huh, that's different. There we are. Now we grabbed it. Back up we go. Almost made it. But almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic weapons. So what do I know? Alright, so that just lights this area up, so that way I can see down here. Because Nimbus, city above the clouds, casts a large shadow because it's massive. Everything underneath it will no longer be able to see the light. And the sun's setting again. Now I should probably actually just simply put a bed up here. I may do that. We should also probably put lights up there so that way things don't spawn. I don't have to keep making runs to the squirrel hut. Oh look, there's a fox. Excuse me. Yup. Alright, so foxes will spawn in this area even if there are no trees. Of course, they do have a thing for sweet berries, which I have right here. Still, the jungle trees won't spawn. Maybe it's the biome that I'm in. This is supposed to be I would say tundra, but there's no snow. It's whatever is a cross between the tundra and whatever biome still allows spruce trees to grow. Apparently sweet berries and foxes as well. And you know what? I climbed all the way up here and forgot to build a new bed. Oops. Oh well, might as well make use of the daylight while I still have it. That way I can see the side of the staircase to make certain it's oriented correctly. Oh goody, don't have to go diving for that one. Set it up for a corner right there, so that should be a corner. Yeah, I had that feeling. Okay. And down that goes, so let's finish this corner real quick. Whee! Where did you go? Alright, so I'm not seeing the block up here, which means it's right there. Here we are. And I forgot to crouch. What's even more amusing is that all the many times I've gone up here and like for this Minecraft day cycle, and not once have I stopped to rebuild a new bed. Of course, that seems redundant. You can't rebuild something you haven't built before. Build a new bed. Yes. And as I said, the dirt's going to be temporary. Did I grab the dirt? No, I did not. There it is. Yes, I saw that drowned. Back up we go. Got it in time. Of course, what I should be doing is having another thing of another round of 8 blocks of cobblestone cooking while I'm doing this. So as soon as I run out of stone and cobblestone, no, not cobblestone, stone, brick, and stairs, which I am actually largely out of stairs right now, you know, I'd have some more ready-made and available. But then again, you know, I go mining for another load of cobblestone every episode. I'm sure no one wants to see me do that again, especially considering I just fast forward everything. Assuming people are even bothering to watch this now anyway. Do we even have any wool? Yes, I have some white wool. Of course, now a big question is, do I have planks? Here I have a new bed. The wool came from this one. Not that it matters, I'm just basically tossing whatever wherever, so why bother trying to figure out where everything goes? 2. So it's 1, 2, 3 torch roof. Okay. Just trying to gauge exactly how big I want the intersection of Nimbus City above the clouds to be. I figure roughly the same size as, well, the same size as one of the quarry levels. Alright, and now that the bed's there, I put the respawn point here. Of course, not a problem because what happens if something spawns up here while I'm still, well, haven't gotten to sleep yet. Then things will be interesting. So I managed to ring the entire slab with upside down stairs, so it gives, that kind of effect. And as I said before, my plan was just to build a wall and then attach more stairs to it going outwards until I get to the upper level. But I realized that would be a lot of extra space that I wouldn't be using that I would have to fill. And then I came up with just using extra stairs. So I just basically put 1 here, 2, 3, and a torch. Yeah. Should not have gotten rid of that dirt yet. Because I need to get up here. Then it'll be the floor of the upper level of Nimbus. So go out this way. So much like this area, go 3 blocks high, and then this will be the empty space for the underlayer of Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. Then I'll have another slightly larger slab up top, which will serve as the upper floor-ish, sort of. When I say upper floor, sort of, I mean that's because I plan on topping that with 2 layers of dirt. Just simply because whenever I put down dirt initially in my constructs, I always go 2 levels deep. Simply because I can, with the exception of vertically placed farms, in which case it's 1 level, and that's more to deal with the water to fertilize everything and to make. That's kind of a weird effect. Water slice to help with harvesting. And I'll just basically have the stairs go outwards until they meet, the upper layer of dirt. So this plus 2 more. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. Alright, can't put torches on the sides of stairs. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be level with that now. Yeah, so 7. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should come out this tall. So if I string this wall, the upper deck out, at least the edges of part of the upper deck out. Yeah, look at that, it's flush, so don't only need this stair, this there. But I have a feeling some of them ended up in the water. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. So this will be dirt. This will be dirt as well. And then dirt, dirt, stone. So we'll end up looking, well, I mean technically, pretty much end up looking like that just all the way around. Alright, not so lucky with that one. Alright, where's the dirt block? I see it now. In hindsight, I probably should not have decided to build over this deep of water, but, well, you know, I can't really be all that picky in terms of large bodies of water. Large bodies of water either aren't... What hit me? No, I don't actually want to know. Anyway, as I was saying, large bodies of water are usually either long and deep or small and shallow. There's very rarely, at least in my experience and opinion, a naturally growing or naturally grown large body of shallow water. Well, you could arguably maybe argue a lake would be, but I'm not certain if the procedural generator is capable of making lakes. I think that's all the dirt blocks. I'm certainly not seeing any more at the very least. And I should not be going deeper into the water given the fact I'm now technically out of O2. And now it's raining, so my bed up in Nimbus City above the clouds is gonna be all soggy. Yeah, you would think that, but, no, the rain actually goes above the cloud layer. And there's now a creeper up here. Several, which means I cannot use that bed. Because I do not have a bow and I am not fighting a creeper with just a sword on top of a construction high above the clouds. I'd prefer not to get blown up. At least not yet. Alright, now that tomorrow is now today, let's head back up. Hopefully it's far enough away from this spawn point that the creepers naturally despawn. Go away. As always, I keep thinking that this thing of sugar cane's a creeper. There's a dirt block up there. Alright, now as for the corners, And part of me just wants to put more stairs down, although part of me actually does want to have just like a stone block. Alright, this is gonna get messy. Alright, so my options in terms of corners are to basically have the corner wall piece go up right at the edge of the slab, so that way I have these stairs running around behind it. Or conversely, I put the stone block right here at the corner of the stair piece. And then, of course, I just have the stairs ring around behind it anyway, so. I'll put the corner right here. Just run this all the way around. Hope I don't fall off again, because I'm not really paying attention where the edge is on this side. Right, so that's all my stone staircases. Now another thing I need to figure out is where I'm going to put the water ladders, because well, water elevators, I guess their official name truly is, because this whole dirt piece is not staying. So but if the lights are going to be here, so the lights will be here. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4 out. 3, 4 out. So this will be the edge of how far the lights can light up from the outer edge. And it'll be 2, 3, 4. Be where the inner edge is. Water, piston. So if I put the piston on top of the water, beneath the water, this is going to be the inner edge, the edge of the wall where the lights would be, possibly. So if I have the water at this block, flowing here, we'll basically go grab some more dirt. Basically go water and then flowing down that way. I'll have to be further back. So that way it can be water flows down here, pistons here, closes that off. So if I don't want people coming up, I can just close it off there. Which means you have to be stone, switch. The switch right there. Of course, that'll affect the door, unless I put the door here. Yeah, that could work. Yes, this will be what it looks like. So I'll have a door here. This will be open. The actual spot where you go up and down will be right here. And then this will be 2 spaces for a piston. The water block will be here. So that way, if I ever need to close it off, I flick this lever. Should hopefully fire off this activate a piston, closing off this dirt. I should probably, now that I actually have picked up redstone last time, I should actually probably build levers and pistons to be absolutely certain that it works the way I think it's going to work. And chicken time. Oops. Whee! That's what I'm looking for. Alright, where is redstone, that thing of iron? What else do I need? Cobblestone. I am legitimately going to need cobblestone. So it's a good thing I have it, but I don't. I do, however, have a quarry that's, well, technically filled with stone, which I can easily convert into cobblestone. It's one of the few things that I actually do need straight cobblestone for. That, and if I ever actually bother to build anything in the nether. It's just simply because cobblestone in the nether seems more appropriate. Plus, the gas in the nether can't blow it up, so. I'm looking for planks. One piston. And I'm going to need one lever, which I believe I need a stick for. Button, pressure plate. Need one more thing of cobblestone to make a lever. Although I got far enough away from the quarry that the trader down here despawned, so I'm guessing he managed to make it out. It's nighttime again. Kind of a running theme with this. And up we go. Okay, that still hasn't expanded. course, it might be the case that it's technically directly under something, so that may be why it doesn't grow. I wonder if I put a torch here, would it grow that way? I mean, worst case, I just build an entire mound of dirt, not on top of this thing, to get the grass up here. And if I put a lever here... I didn't build the lever, did I? No, I didn't. Oops. Do I have... Yeah, I do have the planks here, so... Just build another crafting table right here. Build my lever. Put it thusly. Alright, and it's not working because it's too far away. Because the levers only put source signal through the block that it's read directly on, and the one right next to it. So since the piston isn't directly next to it, it doesn't fire. But if I put it here, there we are. Alright, so now, put the water this way, it flows to where I want it to go. But if I ever want to shut it off, piston shuts it off and the water block remains. So that's how I'm going to be doing things. Well, for now. Because, much like the keystone area, I'm going to need some place to grab that in midair. Some place at the very bottom to, land on, or at least climb up out of, rather than just having the water pour into the ocean, which I guess would be kind of cool, but, not really necessary, at least not something that I want. Of course, now the grass spreads out there. Of course, I don't know if that's because of the torch or just simply because it does. If it spreads out and goes up, then I'll know. Of course, that's what this lava is for. And now I wonder if I grab the lava right now. Alright, so it does keep going, and it is cut off, so it's just going to be like this one long stream. It basically just slowly goes down and down and down. Of course, from this distance it's hard to judge where exactly it's going to land. I mean, where it flashed white for a second, I thought that's where it landed, but no, it's just spawning another block of lava. And I guess it is getting closer to the ocean now, because the ocean is lighting up right next to it. Man, I'm a lot higher up than I originally think I am. And now it's at the ocean. And now it's fully expanded as much as lava will expand. Alright, and now that that's actually cooled, what I can do is open this up, have the water pour down it, I basically ride it all the way down. Now, the water actually tumbled out on top of the stone blocks, well, bricks, but the stone. It's just stone, not stone brick, just stone. But I do plan on having, a way to prevent it from flowing out like this. I'm just doing this right now so that way it just stops. Yeah, and then I basically get in and then climb all the way up. And if I run out of O2, I can just basically hang out on the side of the water elevator. As I get close to Nimbus, I just duck back in, climb all the way up, and then door. So there we are. And if someone or something tries to climb up without my permission or my desire, I flip that, and no more water elevator. So that's how that's going to work. So I just need to turn all of this dirt into stone. And that's where the water is going to be. And if I measure that out, it should equal, in terms of height, far away for that. Yep, there we are. So that should equal that height. And then this isn't the only one I plan on making. I plan on making, well, bringing them all around. There's like an even allotment, but that requires more resources and more stuff that I just don't have right now. So I'm going to have to go mining everything, mining all that stuff out. I'm also going to need more stone bricks for the stairs, more water for the water elevators. I'm also going to need doors, truth be told. And basically, in general, just more stuff. Because things this massive always require more stuff. And crazy me decided not to do any of this in creative, where I just have an infinite number of resources to play with, because I don't feel like having an infinite number of resources to play with. Just ring torches around this facility. That way there is light. So yeah, so I'm probably going to have like 8 or so, because there's going to be one in each corner and then one halfway between each. And then probably more stuff just in the center area of the underlayer. And as I build out and around and up, I'll eventually get to the top portion, and then I'll just make another slab, for lack of a better term. Then cover that with dirt, and then I'll be able to build the upper. By that time, hopefully, grass will be up here. Hopefully, if not, then well, I gotta find an alternative way of getting it up here. I have alternative ways of getting it up here. I just don't want to waste that much dirt building it, but I will if need be. But once that's all up, I can start building the interesting stuff, like housing, gardens, maybe not forest. Definitely grow trees up here, so that way I don't have to climb all the way down that way for wood. But, just have stuff everything that I need to basically survive up here, and this will be my settlement slash house. And if all else fails, I can always build extensions out over the water further, and just expand if need be. But that's all going to be another issue for another day, because I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.